Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to TTVNEWS, some latest events in the province. And now we come into details. Ladies and gentlemen, on January 19, 2021, in Hanoi, the government held national online conference with the participation 63 report on summarizing the Vietnamese youth development strategy for the period 2011-2020. The pilot project to select young entrepreneurs to voluntarily participate in rural and mountainous development in the project 2013-2020. Project on improving staff management capacity for commune-level young cadres and civil servants in the period 2014-2020. Member of the Politburo Standing Deputy Prime Minister Trương Hòa Bình chaired the conference.
At the conference, Deputy Prime Minister Trương Hòa Bình praised the achievements as well as pointed out the shortcomings and problems in the 10 years of implementing the Vietnamese Youth Development Strategy, 7 years of implementing the pilot project to select young intellectuals voluntarily participate in rural and mountainous development in communes, and 6 years of implementation of the project to foster state management capacity building for young commune-level cadres and civil servants. The conference listened to the summary report of the three contents of the project, and there were 9 comments from the delegates at the conference. The main comments basically agree with the three contents of the report and the summary presented by the Ministry of Home Affairs. The comments also deepen the results achieved as well as the shortcomings, causes, and lessons learned during the implementation process. In the coming time, the Ministry of Home Affairs will continue to coordinate with other ministry and central agencies to well advise, build and submit to the government to promulgate a strategy for the development of Vietnamese youth for the period of 2021-2030. The Ministry of Home Affairs shall assume the prime responsibility for and coordinate with the ministry and local agencies in elaborating implementation plans for the next stage of organizing and enhancing state management capacity for young commune-level civil servants, in which attention should be paid to civil servants in remote and border areas.
In the morning of January 19, the delegation of the Ministry of Defense led by Lieutenant General Võ Minh Lương, member of the party Central Committee, Deputy Minister of National Defense, paid a visit and sent New Year wishes to cadre and soldiers at Mộc Bài International Border Gate and Tay Ninh Provincial Border Guard Command. The delegation was accompanied by Major General Nguyễn Trường Thắng, commander of Military Region 7.
Lieutenant General Võ Minh Lương instructed Mộc Bài International Border Gate Station to actively grasp the situation from afar, paying special attention to inspection, control, and tightening security in border areas, thoroughly preventing illegal entry and exit. The celebration of the holiday must ensure thoughtfulness, safety, trip, and traffic safety. At Tay Ninh Provincial Border Guard Command, Colonel Nguyễn Tài Sơn, Political Commissioner, briefed the Deputy Minister on the border security situation and outstanding results of the unit in 2020. Lieutenant General Võ Minh Lương requested Tay Ninh Provincial Border Guard Command to continue maintaining and encouraging officers and soldiers who are on duty at field posts on the border, coordinating with the Provincial Military Command to review and supplement the militia force in the following communes and districts to strengthen the front line to fight against the epidemic. At the same time, study and build model posts suitable with weather and terrain conditions, ensuring accommodation and living places for forces when participating in epidemic prevention on the border. On January 19, the Commission for Mass Mobilization of the Provincial Party Committee held a conference to deploy the task of mobilization in 2021. Mr. Lê Minh Thế, head of the Provincial Commission for Mass Mobilization, chaired the conference. In 2021, the Provincial Commission for Mass Mobilization will focus on key tasks such as advising the Standing Committee of the Provincial Party Committee to review 5 years of implementation of the regulation on the mobilization of the political system, preliminary review 3 years of strengthening work in the Khmer ethnic minority area in the new situation, summarizing 20 years of strengthening of the party leadership over the activities Vietnamese of the Vietnam Farmers Union, summarizing 10 years of implementation of the project to enhance the role and responsibility of the Vietnam Farmers Union in agricultural development, building new style rural areas, and building the Vietnamese peasant class. On this occasion, 54 collectives and 40 individuals were awarded the Certificate of Merit from the Provincial People's Committee for their outstanding achievements in the emulation movement to implement the Year of Good Mobilization 2020 in Tay Ninh province.
In the morning of January 19, the Tay Ninh of Literature and Art had a meeting to summarize the 2020 performance. Over the last year, although being affected the COVID-19 pandemic, Tay Ninh writers and artists were constantly working on art and created many valuable works worthy of being censored on the ideological and cultural front.
In the morning of January 19, the Tay Ninh Association of Literature and Arts held a meeting to summarize the 2020 performance. Over the last year, although being affected the COVID-19 pandemic, Tay Ninh writers and artists were constantly working on art and created many valuable works worthy of being soldiers on the ideological and cultural front. During the year, Tay Ninh Art Magazine published 5 issues with 2,100 books, introducing more than 330 works of art to readers in various types of literature, poetry, photography, and paintings, organized programs to introduce a new collection, exhibited 85 paintings, artistic photos with the theme of the labors of Tay Ninh, and 25 art paintings of members who choose to participate in the art exhibition in the Southeast region. In particular, in the topic of prevention and control of COVID-19 pandemic, the Photography Association has the work, The First Lesson After a Long School Break Due to COVID-19 Pandemic by Huỳnh Thị Lê Hằng, who won the prize at the Art Photo Contest of Tay Ninh Province in 2020, and the work Measuring Border Temperature Before Entering School by photographer Đỗ Thanh Nhàn, won the third prize at the Photo Contest of COVID-19 Epidemic Prevention. Summarizing the work in 2020, the Vietnam Union of Literature and Arts Associations awarded the emulation plaque to the Association of Literature and Arts, the unit that successfully completed the 2020 task, and awarded the Medal of the Cause of Vietnam Literature and Arts to 9 individuals who are cadres and members of the Association of Literature and Arts who have had achievements in the cause of building and developing Vietnamese literature and arts. On this occasion, the People's Committee of Tay Ninh Province awarded certificates of merit to three artists of Tay Ninh Province who have won the national and regional literary and arts awards in recent years. On January 19, meritorious artist and director Trang Vịnh presented world films to Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station. Mr. Vũ Xuân Trường, director of Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station, respectfully received these famous films. The world films awarded to Tay Ninh Radio and Television Station this time including There Is Only One Rule, the epic song by The River, Road to the Sun, The Lonely Empire. According to the meritorious artist, director Trang Vịnh, the theme of war is a true fairy tale that he reappeared through art films in order to help the younger generation better understand a heroic struggle of Vietnam. The films on the subject of war awarded by excellent artist director Trang Vịnh will on the broadcast of Tay Ninh Radio and Television in the near future to serve the audience.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the press conference on January 19, the organizing committee of the Third Culture and Tourism Festival to the wrap up making Trang Bản Duetted Prize Paper will officially take place from January 26 to February 3, 2021. The festival will be directly organized by the People's Committee of Trang Bản Thao and Vương Hậu Communication Corporation, continue to be the event organizer.
This year's festival attracts about 200 stalls and is divided into many areas, including the exhibition area of specialty from rice paper, area for heritage performance and writers, and reenactment of rice paper villages. Food store area for displaying, introducing, promoting images, specialty and traditional handicraft products of Khmer's works in Trang Bang Thao, district, town, city in the province, and of several companies' commercial booth area. In addition, in the festival nights, there are art performances with the participation of famous artists from across the country. The opening program of the festival will be broadcasted live on channel TTV11 of Tay Ninh radio and television station. The prevention of COVID-19 at the festival is always on top priority. Following the 5K principle when entering the festival, we will arrange on means to prevent epidemic. The functional forces will train the medical team to organize the festival in the best way. The Culture and Tourism Festival to honor the craft of making trang bang diabetic rice paper is held every 2 years. The festival is to preserve and promote the value of the national intangible cultural heritage, honor artisans who are practicing, preserving, and promoting the unique value of the diabetic rice paper, create conditions for domestic and foreign tourists to experience the culinary culture of Tay Ninh, especially trang bang diabetic rice paper.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.